This morning, I'm trying something different. I'm gonna have a bulletproof coffee. In the past week and a half, my brain fog has come back. Stick around for today's sip and chat, and I'm gonna let you know what happened last week. But let's talk about bulletproof coffee. I'm using the Krispy Kreme Classic Medium Roast. The MCT oil powder that I use is perfect keto. It's supposed to help with focus, mental clarity, and concentration. We're gonna test that theory. There are lots of benefits to adding MCT into your lifestyle. Theirs is gluten-free and dairy-free. Little tip, MCT can be hard on the digestive system. Start out with a small amount and work your way up. I'm gonna add it to my coffee along with a tablespoon and a half of butter and use my little frother to mix it up. Quick reminder that Perfect Keto is having their 4th of July sale. You have until Wednesday, July 5th to save up to 30%. No code needed as long as you use the link that's in my description box. It'll automatically be applied at checkout. Sun is shining. Currently, no one is mowing or cutting down trees or doing construction, so it's a little quiet, as quiet as it can be with a daycare 2 houses down. I'm working on my to-do list. I'm having a rough start to the day. Some brain fog. I feel like I'm having a hard time mentally functioning. That has been the hardest part of the entire journey, is the diminished mental capacity. It's so hard to explain. It feels like I am in slow motion. You know, the Baywatch scenes where Pam Anderson is running on the beach. Slow motion. That's what it feels like in my brain. You've probably noticed I started talking a lot slower, and I talk in segments now. I don't realize I'm doing it until I'm editing a video and I'm like, wow. But it's because my brain isn't functioning at full speed. So I'm getting chunks of information. I'll speak, then I've got to wait for the next wave of information to come through. So that's why there's these pauses now. Hopefully, as my medications are adjusted, it's going to get better. I'm trying to not look at the negative. I'm rambling like I have a tendency to do these days. Not sure what's on the agenda. We'll play it by ear. You know how this goes. When I eat, when I drink, when I snack, when I have any major epiphanies, I will come to you guys and share those. I'll be back in a minute. Right now, I have 2 food obsessions: eggs and these Mission Carb Balance pitas. A whole one is considered a serving, but I cut it down the middle and only use half. I'm stuffing this one full of what I call loaded egg salad. It has mayo, mustard, shredded cheese, and Flavor God ranch seasoning. I've been adding this ranch to virtually everything I eat lately. It's linked below with a discount code if you ever want to order. I'm going to have a side of pistachios. I picked these up at Sam's Club. I'm only having 1/8 cup. That'll be 80 calories, 7 fat, 2.5 net carbs, and 3 protein. Then to my egg salad, I also added a couple of pieces of crumbled up bacon. To drink with lunch, I'm going to have some Mountain Dew Zero Sugar Major Melon. Not a huge fan of this one, but I don't want it to go to waste. It's time for a snack. I'm having 4 of these massive uncured pepperonis. These are the Hormel Natural Choice sandwich style. 4 of these are a serving, 160 calories, 15 fat, 0 carbs, and 6 protein. I'm also going to have 4 of the Atomic Spicy Pickles. These are the deli pickles that I pick up at Aldi. This is the last of the container, and I've not been able to find them in weeks. It makes me extremely sad because they are absolutely delicious. I'm starting to feel a little nauseous, so that's why I did decide to go ahead and have my snack earlier than normal. To drink, I'm having some ice water. So glad I decided to do some meal prepping this past week because I feel horrific. I love soup. I could eat it every single day. This one is so simple, and I usually make it at least once a month. It's chicken taco soup, minimal ingredients, and it was in my last meal prep video, which I will have linked for you in the description box and up in the cards. I like to add shredded cheese. This is the Great Value Fiesta blend. I pick it up at Walmart. I also like to add in some sour cream. I'm going to give it a quick stir so that my cheese has a chance to melt. And to drink, I'm having nothing because I don't feel like I need anything to drink with soup. I feel absolutely horrible. I probably look it too. Mornings are better. By afternoon, I can't even explain how I feel. A combination of motion sickness, like car sickness, the keto flu, a stomach bug, headache, all rolled into one. Oh, let's don't forget fatigue, brain fog, and the list goes on and on and on. I'm drinking my electrolytes. That's what I'm sipping on during today's chat. It's the pink lemonade flavor. It has magnesium, sodium, chloride, calcium, and vitamin D. I just mix a scoop of it with water and add ice, stir it up. That's all you do. It's sweetened with stevia leaf, so it doesn't cause me to have a blood glucose spike. Zero sugar, and over on the Perfect Keto website, it says it doesn't break a fast. So I'm doing my electrolytes. I'm doing my vitamin patches. I'm taking my MCT oil powder, and still, somehow, it's not helping me to feel better. It's been a week now since my little health scare. Not little, my big health scare. I'm hoping that if I just continue doing what I'm doing, getting everything in like I'm supposed to, keeping my blood sugar stable, that I'll start feeling better. I'm trying my best to figure out exactly what to say. I feel like I may do a dedicated video, but at this point, I still don't have all of the details because it pretty much traumatized my children. When they start telling me, I get overwhelmed. It makes me sad. I don't want to hear all the details yet. What I'm going to do is give you the cliff notes. Last Wednesday, which was June 21st, I somehow messed up. It has, for the past 2 years, took my insulin at least 1 hour to start working on me. Took my insulin, started fixing me something to eat, and I noticed pretty much right away, within 10 minutes, I didn't feel good. I felt like I was going to pass out. I felt dizzy, nauseous. I broke out in a sweat, and I had to lay down. I just grabbed something out of the pantry and went and laid down on the couch because, like I said, I felt like I was going to pass out and I didn't want to hit the floor. At this point, it had probably only been about 25 minutes since I took my insulin. My alarm went off on my continuous blood glucose monitor, my Libre, telling me my blood sugar was low. Riley was already upstairs, ready for bed. She yelled down and asked if I was okay, and I told her yeah. I managed to take 2 bites, and that's all I remember. It was close to an hour and a half that I was unconscious before I was discovered, and I think it was about another hour before I ended up coming around. So I was out for 2.5 hours. My blood sugar had got so low that it wasn't even registering on the Libre app. When my son got here, he did a finger stick. After Briley had already administered some sugar, my blood stick was only at 25. Preston managed to get it up to 56, and I still wasn't coming around, and that's when they said they called the rescue squad. I woke up with a house full of EMTs and my children. They are rock stars. They saved my life. But the information that they're giving me is just too overwhelming at this point. I can't hear it without breaking down. That's why Chris ended up coming home last weekend. As soon as this happened, he jumped in the truck. He got home probably around 2 o'clock that Thursday. By then I was going through a whole new set of problems. Somebody could ask me a question. I would form the sentence in my head. I would open my mouth to speak and nothing would come out. And that persisted all of Thursday. I was in panic mode, wondering if my blood sugar was too low for too long. The situation that I was in that Wednesday night can result in death, stroke, seizures, brain lesions. I'm still feeling like I'm in a fog and underwater and all of that, but now I can form sentences in my head and then they come out my mouth. But I'm having all of the things I said earlier, the fatigue, the nausea, the headache, and it's been over a week at this point and I'm just not feeling any better. I never thought this would happen to me. So I always told him, you better never take me to the ER. You better never call the rescue squad if you find me. And Briley was worried I was going to be mad. That's on me. I feel like such a failure. I should have done better. I should have paid better attention to my numbers. Needless to say, now they know if they ever find me unresponsive to call 911 immediately. I should have never joked about something like that. That's the short story. The full version is a tearjerker from what I know about it at this point. Every time they start telling me more details, I have to stop them, so I'm not ready. I feel like I need to share it as a cautionary tale, because if it can happen to me, it can happen to anybody. I do have a doctor's appointment coming up. I'm gonna tell him everything that happened. I'm drinking my electrolytes, doing the vitamin patches, doing the MCT oil powder for energy and focus and hopefully to help my brain. I take vitamin D. I'm gonna continue to do all of those things and hopefully it'll help my head bounce back so that this headache will go away and I'll start feeling better. I know I've talked about these patches before. If you have problems taking pills, if you have issues with absorption, they make more than just the multivitamin and the iron patch. I just peel one off, put it on the back of my shoulder, leave it about 8 hours. These are on Amazon and I will link them in the description box. Remember that Perfect Keto is having their 4th of July sale. The more you buy, the more you save. So if you need electrolytes, if you need collagen, take your collagen. MCT oil powder, bars, all that good stuff. You can save up to 30% right now, so it's a good time to stock up. I will put all of those links, discounts, and things I mentioned down in the description box for you in case you're interested or you just want to go look at them. No pressure. I'm gonna go put on my pajamas. Yeah, I know, it's still daylight. But I'm gonna go get comfortable, lay down on the couch, and find something to watch to just take my mind off of everything. I stayed up longer than I thought I would. I feel like I'm gonna be sick. I got this whole nausea thing going. One minute I'll be fine, the next minute I'll break out in a cold sweat. My blood sugar is hovering between 110 and 130, so it's not super high and it's not low. Obviously it's something else going on. Thanks for spending the day with me, and I'm going to bed. I hope y'all have a good night and I'll see you in the next one.